Hey guys, and welcome to Charging Up with TBV. Hopefully everybody is doing good. I've got a special guest here today, AP the fighter. Everything is going to be, all the links and everything will be in the description. And yeah, man. So for me personally, this is a first. And I'll explain. So I've had quite a lot of YouTubers on. And people in like the football scene over here in the UK. So to have a fighter on, I'm a massive combat sport fan myself. So to have a fighter on, it's gonna be interesting. So hopefully I can hit you with some cool questions, and we can go. But yeah, AP the fighter, it's great to have you on, bro. And
Thank you,
yeah,
man.
No, 100, bro, 100. Obviously,
I like that intro. So
yeah. I can see. There's two little boxes. I see jam in your head. No, I like the retro gaming scene, so that's basically where I got that little sound from. But yeah, if you don't know people, obviously, AP's a boxer. Or what would you actually say you are? Because obviously the last couple of fights you have done boxing, but you have done Muay Thai before.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I would just say I'm a fighter, man. It's in the title.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a fighter right now. The focus is professional boxing, just because of the opportunity in it. You know what I mean? So I'm focused on that right now. But I've done Muay Thai. I've done kickboxing. I haven't had an MMA fight yet, but I was training MMA for like 6 months to like a year. So I'm a fighter. That's what I am.
Nah. Where does that come from?
Trauma.
Okay.
Definitely trauma, bro. I mean, the best champions in the world, their lives weren't sweet. You know what I mean? These people are coming out of favelas, they're coming out of slums, they're coming out of war-torn countries. You know what I mean? I feel like, if you're going down this lane of being a fighter, like your life was pretty fucked up at some point in time. You have your exceptions, like Wonder Boy. He's a real nice guy. I mean, I don't know his backstory, but it seems like his upbringing was okay. But for the most part, these people that do this, they've experienced some shit.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, I'm with you 100% on that one. But yeah, we'll get straight into the Brandrisk stuff. What was it like getting that call? The first call?
I was hype. I was hype for sure. I remember I woke up, I think it was like October something.
Yeah.
I woke up and I checked my DMs, and Aiden Ross DM'd me, and I called my manager and I was like, yo, I got the Aiden Ross DM. He was like, bro, you're lying. I'm like, yeah, but at this point, it makes sense, bro. I worked my ass off, not just in the gym. And I encourage other fighters as well. Like, we are in 2026, bro. Build a brand. Get your personality out there. It is only going to help. You guys step into cages, rings, and all these fields of combat, and people are like nervous to post online. I'm like, dude, somebody's going to hit you in the face and you're afraid to post online? Bro, come on. Like, I'm telling you. I tell fighters all the time, get yourself out there, because like I said, now it makes sense. I've been posting online damn near every day on all platforms for like damn near 5 years, 6 years. So, the call was great, but now, I feel like it was meant to be.
No, 1,000. And you could see that it was meant to be with, the fight itself. You know what I mean? I know, obviously, the press conference, you looked very dapper, very professional. But then when it got into I was about to say the cage, when it got into the ring, it didn't last long. 35 seconds. What did that feel like? Because after the reaction after, was that like a hard camp or something? Or was that just like adrenaline?
It was definitely adrenaline. It was without a doubt a hard camp, because I had to cut so much weight. And honestly, like, up until that point, every fight that I had been in previously was pretty much like a war. I never had any easy wins throughout the amateurs or anything like that. Never had. I might have had one easy win coming up. Other than that, like, I was getting my ass beat, stuff like that. So to get in there on Brandrisk and fight Vinny and get him out of there, and I think it was like, like you said, like 30 seconds or whatever. I didn't even believe it happened. I was like, wait, what? I'm not even sweating. I didn't get punched at all or anything. I was expecting a fight, man. I'm always training like I'm about to fight John Jones or something. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Even with the last fight, like it was a little more expected because I trained so hard. But with that Vinny one, I was like, wow, that's it. It's crazy.
No. And then obviously the fight after you fought Anderson Silva's son Gabriel Silva. Um, that one obviously you didn't get the knockout there, but were you like me myself? I'm just a casual viewer. I've never put a pair of gloves on or anything like that. So don't take offense to anything I say. But
No, you're good, man.
in the
I don't take
sense
this
of like,
personally.
were you expecting to get him out of there, or was it just
No,
see what would happen?
no. I could definitely, I could put anyone out. You know, when we get
Yeah,
this rematch, I'm gonna be expecting to get him out of there. But what I expected was about a 2-3 round dogfight. It was gonna be hard for about 2-3 rounds, and then I expected him to quit just because he's Anderson Silva's son. So I'm thinking, okay, you got money.
yeah,
You're good. Your life is good. You're not like your dad. You know what I mean? Your dad had to fight for, like, everything. Da, 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 da. So I'm
yeah,
thinking he's going to get in there and quit at some point because he's going to realize he's in there with like an actual savage. But there was no quit in it, man. There was no quit. I did not expect that. But like I said, I trained for wars, man. I trained for the hardest fights possible. So when it went on five, I was completely prepared.
yeah.
Didn't catch me off guard, and I was in that fight the entire time. So
Yeah. I recently watched that fight. I actually still have the tab up now. Um, and yeah, they're very technical from both of you.
yeah.
And out of all of the Brandrisk fights, obviously, we'll get onto the Minikon one in a second, but two of them have obviously been knockouts, and then that was obviously the one that went decision. Was that the hardest one because it went to decision?
I wouldn't even say because it went to decision. Like I said, like my gas tank is amazing. My
Okay.
conditioning is amazing. I train like a madman. So it wasn't the fact that I went the distance. It was just the fact that Gabe taught me a lot about boxing with that fight. Like he's a very defensive, technical boxer, very slick, throwing punches from very creative angles. That's where I found it to be harder. I was taking some shots to the body that I didn't necessarily want to take, but I was like, okay, if you're gonna win the fight, you're gonna have to eat these and move on. I've taken note of that now, especially. You know what? I'm not even gonna say this because I don't know if he's ever gonna see it. He probably won't, but I don't even want him to want him to know. But
Yeah. No, that's fine.
he threw some shots where I was like, oh, okay, well, that was slick. That was nice, but I got an answer back. So I would say it was difficult, not because it went the distance, but because of how good he actually was. I didn't expect him to be that good. I really didn't.
Yeah. No, I understand where you were coming from your earlier point as well. Like again, his dad is Anderson Silva. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like no matter what anyone wants to say, one of the goats of mixed martial arts. You know what I mean? And obviously
exactly.
he's now in the boxing scene and he's knocking people out there as well. And he's like 50 something. It's crazy. So no, I'm with you. I wouldn't expect him to be as good as he is as well. But there must just be something in them, I guess,
Yeah, yeah.
to have that dog in them. And then obviously your most recent fight on Brandrisk was against Minikon. That hook, by the way, like disgusting. Um,
Absolutely gross, bro. Absolutely gross. That
did
shit
you
was
know as soon
gross,
as you
man.
hit him with it?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, because the thing is, the way I set it up, I could see him the entire time. Like, the
Okay. Yeah.
problem with what he did was there was a second where he couldn't see me, which set up the hook, but I could see him the entire time. So when I threw that hook and it landed, I'm like, at very least, this dude is gonna be wobbled. At very least, like it was just a flush hook right on the jaw. And bro, I threw that hook probably like bro, it was probably like 65%. Just because the game plan going into Minicon was to just feel it out, tire him out, get to the second round, and then open him up. But after that hook like 65%, he just put himself in such a bad position that it floored him.
Yeah. And then again, straight on the chin. I wouldn't have been getting up from that either. My word. Best believe on that one. But Obviously, shout out to Vinny. If you're watching this as well, bro, big up to you. Vinny's voice. That's one of my guys. And yeah, I was watching his interview with you, the most recent one. And in that interview, you were talking about obviously you want to get an actual bout. Like one of the boxing bouts, not necessarily an influencer boxing bout. Where how many more fights do you think overall you would have to get there?
Well, the beautiful thing about living in this day and age is AI exists. So I sat here and I was talking to my chat GBT, and I was just trying to map everything out, and it was basically saying, there's a way to finesse this. I didn't grow up boxing. Like, I started probably like mid-level. I didn't start late, but I started probably like mid-level, like around 17, 18. Whereas, people that get these championship belts, some of these people are boxing before they even know how to talk. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
got to be strategic in mapping this out. And it was saying, realistically, I could shoot for a championship belt at around professional bout in between 15 to 20 is when we're going to try to get go for either a title contender or a title fight itself. So around 15 to 20 pro fights.
Yeah. Um. So the fights on Aiden's thing, they are pro fights, no?
The first one was amateur, but the last two were pro.
The
So
last two
I'm
were
2
pro.
and 0 as
Okay.
a pro right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm with it. If I'm right by saying, you're a welterweight, no?
Oh, man, with the boxing, like
Yeah, the
I don't.
boxing weight's weird, isn't
The
it?
weights they're so different, but I mean, I fought Gabe at 170, I fought Vinny at 175, and I fought Minikon at 200 plus. So
Okay,
like
okay. So it'd be
wherever like I don't want to say easiest path, but wherever the realistic path for me is to
yeah,
get like a
yeah, yeah.
championship belt, that's where I'm going.
How many more fights do you obviously this is looking into the future, and obviously you live a
Yeah.
day, every single day, yeah, as it comes. But how many more fights do you think you have on Brandrisk before you push into the more because obviously it's not like you're being put in there with bums. Gabe Silver's not a bum.
Yeah,
Definitely
no.
not.
No,
um
definitely not.
but like
Definitely
how many more Brandrisk fights do you think you'll have before maybe pushing more
not.
professional?
So Jordan Galen, he manages Brandrisk. Um, and I was on the phone with him probably like a month and a half ago before the Minicon fight. And he's saying, they're trying to work with me and whatnot, and they see some potential and whatnot. And people like Scam, people like Chibu, people like a lot of the guys that you see on there consistently, he's saying they want them to fight at least 4 or 5 times a year, as long as it's not obviously like a war. Like if every
Yeah,
fight I had was Gabe Silva, it's probably going to be like three times a year, 2, 3 times a
yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah,
But if they end pretty quick, like Vinny and Minicon, I could see myself fighting on there. Probably what I fought twice now, so probably like I would like to get 2 or 3 more fights on the promotion this year. As far as next year, I idealistically, I guess maybe that's when I would want to start that run towards a WBO,
yeah,
WBC, IBF, type belt. But if I spend another year on brand risk, I'm fine with that. I love the promotion.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
only going to build my name up even higher. 28. So this year will be brand risk. Next year, 29. I'll either be, stepping into like the legit pro scene, or, I'm fine with doing another year on brand risk. I mean, like these dudes that have these belts, especially in boxing, bro, there's like 40-year-old champions. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
100%. Yeah,
UFC, you got to be around like 33, 32.
yeah,
But as a man, biologically, like your prime as far as like athletics and like your mental, you're hitting like 31 to 33. So we're on
yeah.
track.
No, no, no. I hear it. I hear 100, and yeah, obviously, you know, being on Aiden's cards are only gonna boost you, especially if you're putting in great performances. They're only gonna boost you. The guy's one of the biggest streamers in the world. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
What is it like meeting him? What is he like?
Man, I hear this, I hear that, I hear a bunch of like negativity, as you will if you're doing anything. But he's been nothing but generous. He's been nothing but gracious. He's been nothing but like one of the guys. He's very empathetic. For people think folks with money can be like very stingy and very
Yeah.
this and very that. During that Gabe fight, I feel like he was rooting for him, man, because he likes an underdog from what I'm seeing. He likes an underdog, and I was without a doubt the underdog in that fight. I was cutting 45 pounds. I was a plus like 229. So I've got nothing to good. I've got nothing but good things to say about Aiden. I mean, I was on stream the other day because I stream like pretty much every day. Um, I was on stream the other day. I was looking at my phone, and then I happened to look back up at the stream, and he gifted me 50 subs. So it's like, this dude, he's G, bro. He's literally G. If he sees potential in an individual and he likes that individual, he's gonna do his best to support him.
No, I seen. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but there's a streamer over here called Jim Skin. He's going mad at the moment, and
For
Aiden,
real.
yeah, Aiden dropped loads of subs. I think he just bought him the streamer backpack as well.
That's
Um,
sick.
so yeah, no, again, I'm the same. I'm the same type in like I take people for how they are with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because especially in this YouTube scene, you can, you know, this person says this person says that, so on and so forth, and
Yeah.
it's like I like to make the judgment myself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So no, I'm with you on that one. What is it like fighting though? Like, because obviously, again, you've said you're a fighter. We get it 100%. You don't knock a man out unless you're a fighter. You know what I mean? We've seen some influence and boxers on all different promotions that they're in there for the paycheck. You can see that that's not necessarily the case with you when you're chinning people. But what is it like to fight in a ring with not Anderson Silva? He's gonna hurt. He's gonna hurt me for saying this. Rampage Jackson, because Rampage Jackson, I grew up watching him in the UFC. So like having him like there, what's that like?
It's so interesting because it's a dream come true, right?
Yeah,
But it's funny because he's on the opposite side of things. You know what I mean? I didn't think I would be like necessarily competing with Rampage by proxy because he's cool with Anderson and he's cool with Gabe. He may have watched him like grow up or something. I don't know how close they are, him and Gabe, but you'll watch that Gabe Silva fight and bro, he's blowing Gabe. Like, Jesus, man. Like, I get it. You're biased. Like, damn. You know what I mean? And then even with the last one, it's like Uncle Rampage, come on, bro. Give me my props, bro. Even with the last one, bro, he was like, oh, this guy is not on AP's level. You guys got him a gimme fight. Bro, every single fight before me was a gimme fight for Gabe. And you can't deny that. You can't even like not, bro, he's had 3 or 4 gimme fights on that promotion. And the very first one that I have, Rampage is like, oh, he's not on this skill level. He's not this. That was a gimme fight. I'm just like, bro, why do you hate me, bro? Like, damn, what the hell? I'm just confused. It's like, and the thing is, it's like, I don't take none of this personally. It's the fight game. People want you to
yeah,
win. People want you to lose. I laugh at it all. Even win or lose, I'm laughing at it all. You know what I mean? I saw him after the last fight, and he was streaming or whatever, and I walked up to him and I said, "Fuck your birthday," because after I got out of the ring with Gabe, he was like, "Fuck your birthday" or whatever. So I was like, I've been waiting to say this to this motherfucker. Fuck your birthday, nigga. Damn. But it's just interesting, but it's a blessing at the end of the day for this guy to even be watching me fight. And shit, hopefully one day we can get a collab stream together. That'd be sick.
yeah. That would be nuts. You stream on Kick as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that would be sick. Again, like I said, people, all the links will be obviously in the description below. But yeah, like again, I wouldn't even think about getting in the ring, let alone having him watching, no matter if he's on whichever side. You know what I mean? Like that in itself is just nuts. But with going into Brandrisk, obviously there's other promotions out there. Obviously, from this, 19 minutes that we've done so far, you're very loyal to Brandrisk. From things I've seen as well, you're very loyal. Is Misfits ever gonna be a thing for you, or is it just straight Brandrisk is the family and I'm gonna build with them?
What I would like to do, because Brain Risk is without a doubt the family.
Yeah,
This is where I'm at. This is where I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere. There's not a bone in my body that's going anywhere right now. But what I would like to do is do this Brandrisk thing for this year to next year, or maybe this year, depending on what goes on. Go for this WBO belt, and then I mean, Aiden doesn't seem too keen on having MMA on Brandrisk, so it'd be cool to do MMA, like an MMA debut on Misfits after I win like a boxing title. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That would be
Yeah.
kind of interesting. But as far as the foreseeable future, I mean, bro, you could offer me $1 million. Like I'm not going anywhere. Loyalty is everything to me. So I'm without a doubt going to stay here at Brandrisk. What I'd like them to do is a Brandrisk versus Misfits type
I
thing.
was.
That'd be cool.
I'm
That'd be
not even.
awesome,
I'm not even trying to joke with you right now. That is what I was going to go with after,
bro.
because that would. I don't know how it would work. Obviously, because Misfits is on the zone. Obviously, Aiden puts his stuff on Kick, so I don't know how that would work. But yeah,
Yeah.
imagine that, like literally, because we've seen it. When was it? Like a couple of months ago. It was Eddie Hearn versus um, oh, Frank Warren. They picked a fighter either side,
Oh,
and
they
they did.
did.
Yeah. So
Oh
like to
wow,
see it in the that would be sick. Influencer boxing,
bro.
you know
It'd
what I
be
mean?
so awesome,
Um,
bro.
yeah, no, that would be cool because I watch everything. You know what I mean? Like I'm a fan of everything, like I said. And I feel like some of the boxing's more fun. In obviously some of the stuff that comes out is a bit mad,
Yeah.
but like it's more fun because, bro, the amount of UFC press conferences I've seen, and I'm falling asleep watching them. And it's like, come on, man, give me something. Like I'm Conor McGregor, the rise of Conor McGregor. Please, like, just give me something to chew on.
Yeah, man, you gotta be able to sell. You gotta be entertaining, personality. Everybody's attention span is shrinking by the year, including my own. So,
Yeah,
you gotta do something or be something to keep people entertained and whatnot. So,
no, 1,000%, 1,000%. I read on is it Boxrec? I believe it is.
like,
You train where? What's your gym that you train in?
right now I'm with Legacy Boxing in Penn State, but the more renowned gym that I was at before this was American Top Team, Happy Valley. It's Bo Nichols'
Yeah,
gym.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, who are some of Bo Nickel, right?
Yeah. He's like the main. He's definitely
Yeah,
like the spearhead of the gym, obviously, because he's about to fight on the White House card
the
here
White
coming
House
up.
card. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
so
what's he like? Is he cool?
dude, a competitor. If I'm gonna say anything, like I said, you hear this about a person, you hear that about a person. You hear Bo's so sweet, Bo's like this amazing dude. The way I know him is a competitor, man. Jesus, bro, like I'm talking one of the most intense competitors I have ever been around, bro. Like there was a moment in time where me and Bo were sparring, and he was throwing this right hand that I could see, and I slipped off the right hand. I threw a very clean hook. It wasn't hard. It was a clean hook. Timing was perfect. Caught him pretty well, and I could see it. He backed up. He re-engaged. He was like, okay, I got to get my get back on that. And then he moved forward to throw some sort of strike or maybe a take. I don't know. But I threw a teep up the middle. Bro, I'm talking like timing. Like I wasn't throwing this kick to put him out. Like it was
Yeah,
just timing. Teep hits him flush, and it's just like his eyes just glazed over, bro. He just a beast took over. He shoots this double leg, transitions into a high crotch, bro. I'm like 3, 4 feet in the air. Bro just dumps me on my fucking shoulder and my neck. And then I'm just like in the corner when he's just grounding, pounding me to hell. And my coach was like, all right, enough. And then Bo stands up. I stand up. He looks at me. He's like, you're going to go that hard and pussy out? I was like, what the fuck, bro? I just never, like, bro, I've been around some competitive people, but man, I've never been around that kind of intensity. So I mean, that's how I know him.
of course.
I don't really have any other interactions besides a high and by. from him. You know, always been respectful and whatnot, but like if the most thing that I had to say about him is just a freak competitor. I mean, he won like 4 national titles at Penn State wrestling. You got to
Yeah.
be like literally crazy to do some shit like that. So it makes sense.
No, I'm with you. And I believe, if I'm right by saying, he's 8-1 in the UFC as well.
Yeah,
Um,
something like
so
that.
yeah, nuts. Hopefully, eventually we get to see him versus Hamzat. How that's gonna go, I don't know. Because they're both freak wrestlers. um,
Dude,
but
that's gonna be a great fight, dude.
nah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Where does this might sound like a random question, but where does your technique come from? Because again, I know that you're not an influencer boxer like some others come in and they're like, okay, they're a name and they're going to just get in the ring for a payday or whatever. But like you're very technical in your approach. If,
Yeah.
is that what you would say in your
Yeah,
approach?
I mean, yeah, that is how you would say it. I mean, honestly, like I would say for the most part, like who really started to refine my technique, like when like started to actually get good. There's a coach at American Top Team. His name is Adalton Fritas, and pardon me, coach, if I just butchered your name, but we call him Coach Tan. He's the main striking coach at American Top Team, like 4-time Muay Thai world champ, absolute dog. Like sparring this dude is a nightmare. But I competed twice in Muay Thai under him, won both times. And the thing is, bro, the first Muay Thai fight I had with him, I won, yes, but I looked sloppy. Technique was disgusting. It was ugly. Like it was ugly. Hands weren't up, just openings. But you know, I'm a dog, so I got it done. But man, that second fight, it was the beginning of 2025 against a good opponent too, out of a gym in Pittsburgh. They do real well. That second fight, like during camp and just during training, like he was just drilling it into my head to just get sharper, get better. You need like, you know, for example, he told me to keep my hands up and I said I'm trying. And then he proceeded to like yell at me and he was like, "You're not trying. If you were trying, your hands would be up." And I'm just like, damn, okay. And like from that moment on, my hands are here, bro, in boxing, you know, like if I'm like in any type of danger, I'm touching my forehead, my hands are here. So I would say a lot of my technique comes from him. It's weird how, because Gabe, he said after the fight, I had a weird boxing striking style. And I think that comes from Muay Thai. Like, I can box for sure, but like, I throw weird shots sometimes that you wouldn't necessarily see in boxing from training MMA and Muay Thai so much. So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the technique comes from Tan. And then a lot of my technique just comes from my own creativity, man. I'm in there trying shit sometimes, like, honestly.
No. I feel like that's the best way. You know what I mean? To like I believe it was Max Holloway that went on Joe Rogan and he said that he would do things on the game and then they'd be like,
Yeah.
yo, hold pads for me, and then he'd just do like these random moves and so on.
Yeah.
Obviously it's a bit different because it's all martial arts rather than just, one discipline. But with obviously fighting, you are a fighter. Do you still watch or are you just tunneled in for yourself?
Man, you gotta watch. You can't not watch. You have to study the game. That's definitely a huge part of it. Especially now that I'm boxing more than anything else. Like I'm like locked in with boxing fights. Like I'm not the guy that's gonna sit here and watch the highlights. Like when I'm watching a boxing fight, I'm putting on
The
the
full thing,
full
yeah.
fight, whether it's an hour long, whether it's 10 minutes long. I'm putting on the full thing. I'm watching technique. I'm seeing how people do things, different styles of fighters. You know, I don't want to be one fold. So it's like, yes, I like to stay at range, but if it goes inside, I like to be comfortable there. If I need to like close the distance with my opponent, I want to be comfortable there as well. So you got to watch as a fighter, whether you're Muay Thai, MMA, or boxing. You have to watch.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. Is that with you watched Misfits as well? Because I know some
Yeah,
of those
yeah.
cards are quite early for you, aren't they? Because obviously a lot
Yeah,
of them
yeah.
are
I'm not. I don't catch them live. I did
live.
catch the Tate Demore card live though, because I was just like, damn, I gotta watch this. But yeah, I don't catch them live, but I do. I watch back some of those fights. Ty Mitchell just fought. I watched his.
Yeah,
So I do get into watching some Misfits.
yeah. The Tate, bro. I want Tate to win.
Yeah, I did too, but he's older and he'd be smoking cigars and shit. It clearly showed. He had the blueprint literally first 2 rounds. He was doing damn near what I would do. God willing, I get the Chase Demore fight somehow, some way, 2 different promotions, but I really want that to line up somehow. Um, Bro, he has the blueprint. What he was doing the first 2 rounds is exactly what you need to do to beat Demore. Demore is good, but he's not that good. He's just big. Um, he just didn't have the gas tank to finish out the game plan, man.
Yeah. I like him. Obviously, he can say some rash stuff, but
Yeah.
you know, I think what he does for men overall is very important. Especially with the male the suicide rate and all of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so
It's bad,
him.
man.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, 100%. But it is there. Obviously, if I'm right by saying after your first fight, I looked on your Instagram and you put Gabe Silver, let's run it. Is there anyone that you're obviously the promotion is going to decide, but is there anyone you're personally looking to fight?
Me personally, I really obviously, like I said, I want that Demore fight at some point. That would be insane. What I'd really want is Derek Brunson. I would like to fight Derek Brunson.
Ooh, okay.
That's a name, UFC legend. People know him, but I definitely, without a doubt, I think I have the edge on him with just the way he was striking in the UFC. It's just like, bro, I would mop the floor, dude. There's a guy KO Kid, Keith Berry. He's huge in the crypto space. He's fought on a bunch of crypto cards for Crypto Fight Night. And it's not even necessarily that I want to fight Keith Berry. It's just he's been talking so much, and he's literally like 37 or something. I'm like, bro, like, okay, I'll take your head. I'll cut it off because you really want me to cut it off for whatever reason and take it home with me. So I'll do it. You got a name, so I might as well. And it's just like, bro. Before I was on Brandrisk, I was trying to fight him. I was we literally were lining one up, and then he literally like just pulled out and fought some random ass old man instead that had like barely any following. So I was just like, all right, fuck you, that I'm just gonna go about my business. And now that I'm on this brand risk stuff, like, oh, he wants to chirp and talk and do all this talking and stuff. So, me and Keith, we'll get the fight in. I'm without a doubt knocking him out, bro. You're like 35, shorter, slower. I think he just had shoulder surgery. Like, bro, I'm gonna punch him right in his shoulder. Like, come on now. I'm cooking this dude. I'm frying this dude. I got all these people, all these old ass dudes, like, oh, you're a kid. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm a 28-year-old man that thinks like a 35-year-old millionaire, bro. Like, I am well ahead of my time. I've been told that numerous times. I take this very seriously. I'm not losing to this guy. He's balding. I'm not losing to him. It's not happening.
No, I can feel it. Even though we're in different parts of the world, I can feel the energy. 100. Yeah, I can feel it. I don't want no problems. But no. With you have if I'm right by said you have like a line in your hair. Is that like your brand? Is that what your look?
Yeah, that's the look that I'm going with for now. Just
Yeah.
something to separate me apart a little bit, I've never dyed my hair or anything, but for
No.
whatever reason, like I was like, damn, like first big fight, might as well do it. Set yourself apart a little bit.
Mm,
I
mm.
think when I go for like a WBO belt or maybe my first like championship fight, I'll probably go full blonde, honestly. I'll probably go full blonde and see what that looks like. So we'll see what goes down. But like I said, bro, this fight game is half skill, half business. Like you need to have some sort of personality. You need to have some
Yeah.
sort of look. It's not that you have to make one up or invent one. Go ahead if that's what you want to do. But everyone has a personality. It's about taking a microphone or a megaphone and amplifying your personality. Don't act like anybody else. Just don't be afraid to be yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And the reason I asked is, Chuck Liddell back in the day used to have obviously the mohawk, which made
Yeah.
him stand out. Obviously, he was a psychopath in the octagon as well. But
Yeah, definitely
obviously,
psychopath.
nowadays you have Sean O'Malley with the colourful hair.
Yeah.
Paddy Pimlet. The
Yeah.
English guy obviously has his hair. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I asked, because it did stand out when I was watching the first press conference that you were on Brandrisk. It stood out straight away, and I was like, oh, okay, who's this guy? You know what I mean?
People call me Pogba. It's funny.
Oh, as in Paul Pogba, as in
Yeah, they
the
call me
footballer. Yeah,
Pogba.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
whatever, man. You call it as long. The thing is, I don't care what people call me. Just call me something. Like as long as you
Yeah,
remember who I am.
exactly. 100%. Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're still talking about you, aren't they? If that's the case,
Exactly.
you know what I mean. What obviously the you want to be a champion, and so on. But like with everything else, do you want to get into like because obviously you do everything. You do streaming, you do all different things. Like, are you wanting to eventually, because obviously building your brand and everything, but you eventually got to be like a full-time streamer after you? Is that like a plan,
Yeah,
or is it?
man. I'm doing the streaming alongside of this stuff because
Yeah.
it just makes sense. And by the way, for anybody that's gonna look me up on Kick, I got a week ban, so I'll be back on. Like, if once you type my name in, it won't pop up. But
Okay.
next Sunday coming up here, the ban's up. So I'm still learning the guidelines, still getting used to the guidelines and whatnot. So, um, but yeah, no, I started streaming just because it's just like, why not? You see Rampage Jackson streaming. You see Keyshawn Davis, another boxer, streaming. Ryan Garcia. You see there's a lot of these people streaming. So it's just like, why not? And, like the ultimate goal, bro, doing all of this is to just be free. Like I don't even necessarily have to be the richest man in the world. I just want control of my time and control of my energy. And if that's like 50 million in the bank, cool. If that's 10 million in the bank, cool. I don't need to be this ultra billionaire, blah, 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 blah. I don't even want to be, because then you end up talking to people you don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I
I,
hear
I, I
it.
just want to be free, bro. That's all I want to do. Like after this, after probably like at like 35, 36, like I'm going to stop all the fighting. I'll still be online and whatnot. I'll still be posting content and I'll still be streaming, but like, bro, I'm getting some land and I'm ducking off. I'm out. I'm gonna grow some food, raise man. Like that's what I'm gonna be doing for the most part throughout my day. It's just like homesteading and shit. Like I just wanna be like away. I want to be able to see everything from a distance. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for where I'm at. I've
Yeah.
come a long way. I do have a decent amount of control over my time now since getting on brand risk, but I'm still like, bro, every day is just so fast. Like, next thing, gotta do the next thing, gotta do the next thing, gotta do the next thing, next thing, next thing, next thing. What can I do here? What can I do there? Up, down, interview, blah, 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 da 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 da. It's very fast, and like I've adapted to it because it's what is necessary to escape. But I can't wait till I'm just waking up on a Sunday, got my land, go out, feed the fucking animals,
Yeah.
whatever the you're gonna do, and things are just slower. You know what I mean?
No, I hear it. I hear it. I think one of the UFC fighters, Bryce Mitchell, I think his name is.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah,
way he lives, man.
yeah. I was watching the stream he did with the MMA guru, and like the way he was explaining things and this, and I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like I didn't expect that. So yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it. I'm too lazy to do that. I won't lie. I'll say straight up, I'm way too lazy to do that.
Hey, man. I mean,
Um,
it's not for everybody. Everybody's got their own thing.
nah, 100. What? Obviously, AP the fighter is the fighter. You know what I mean? But what other things are you into? Do you like movies?
No, I'm not necessarily a movie guy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really
No.
watch movies unless I'm like with a girl or something. Honestly. No, but I'm dead serious though.
No, I
It's
hear it. I
funny.
hear it.
It's funny. I'm telling you, like every single second of my day is dedicated
It
towards
is.
figuring out how to get out, whether that be training, whether that be streaming, whether that be posting. Um, so like yeah, like the stuff I'm into is social media. Like just figuring out
Yeah.
how to get my content out there further. Posting on YouTube, streaming on Kick, training. Obviously, like you know, like I have my downtime every now and then, but like I mean that might be like if I'm on a date or something. Like
Yeah.
that's like my downtime. But even then, it's like you're still like you're you're still like doing things like you can't even necessarily even be like yourself on said date, because you're playing these cards and you're reading this other person and that other person's reading you. So it's like, I don't know, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, once I get this farm, I am chilling, bro. I am chilling. I just feel like I'm always like doing something, which is great. But it's like, man, does this shit ever end? You know what I mean?
No, no, I can hear it, and I feel the energy and the drive.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
um,
I guess what you can say, what I'm into besides all of this materialistic stuff, is my relationship with God and my relationship with
yeah,
Jesus. I take that of the utmost seriousness. And I am not perfect by any means, man. Trust me, I'm not perfect by any means. After my fight, I'm getting drunk. That's where I'm at. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I like women. I'm not necessarily like the most lustful individual, but I am not perfect. Um, but trying to be as much like Jesus as I can be, I enjoy doing that. I really enjoy doing that. I'm never gonna be like him. It's impossible to be perfect,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
like refining my emotional stability and refining my stoicism and refining my decision making and staying as sober as possible between fights. Like I said, after a fight, where's the vape? Where's the weed? Give me a drink. I'm with that. I enjoy doing that. But in between fights, like, bro, I'm just trying to be as streamlined as possible. Like, I read my Bible every morning, and I try to give everybody as much grace as possible around me. So, besides all of this stuff, I would say my relationship with God, my relationship with Jesus is what I get into.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, no. I hear it. I hear it 100. Um,
And that's not to cut you off, but that's not to knock anyone else. Like,
yeah,
people
of
hear
course.
people to speak like religiously and spiritually. I don't look down upon anyone else, bro.
Yeah,
Anyone else. Like, it's not the case at all. It's just what I'm into. It's what speaks to me, man. It's what makes me a better man.
I hear it. I hear it 100%. Um, Me personally, I've never really been religious, but I respect. Like, my best friend is Muslim, so I respect everything. And obviously they just finished. Oh, he's gonna kill me for not knowing what it is. Uh,
I think it's Ramadan.
Ramadan. That's it. My
Yeah.
word, that might have to be edited out. Um, he's gonna kill me for that. But yeah, and I've tried to be respectful around him, and he even had a go at me the other day because I was turning my camera off and muting and drinking while he was fasting,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You don't have to do that. Like, I know what you're doing. Every single time you press the button and turn your camera off and it goes black, I know what you're doing." So, no. Me personally, I'm not religious, but I do respect 100%. I respect the individual, and no matter what the religion is.
Thank
Um,
you, man.
no, 110%. What are some like, obviously we've spoken about some like influencers, but what is like Derek Brunson wasn't an influencer. What about like Tyron Woodley? Would you ever want to fight him?
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Give me all the retired vets, man. I'll literally batter them all. Like, I would fight Woodley, bro. I'd fight Darren Till, and that's a hard fight. That
Mm.
ain't no like. That's not no walk in the park. Like, nothing. Like, but I just know if I ever fought a guy like that, it would uh it would level me up crazy. Win or lose, I would be my skill level would go up
Oh,
tremendously.
100. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I feel like I can beat Darren Till. I truly do. So
That'd be
give me
iron
all
with
the
iron,
retired
wouldn't it?
vets, man.
Yeah, yeah. That literally would be sharpening iron with iron, quite
Oh my
literally.
god,
Like,
it would be a hell of a fight, bro.
what about Anderson Silva?
For
He fought
sure.
his son. Why not him?
Yeah, for sure, bro. I would without a doubt fight Andy. I mean, if Jake Paul can beat him, I could without a doubt beat him. I'd feel kind of bad because I mean, I just beat your kid and you. That's a little like, damn. You know what I mean?
No, I hear it.
But we're gonna have this AP the fighter versus Gabe Silva 2 coming up here eventually, because a lot of people want to see it. The fight ended controversially. People think I lost, people think I won, people think this, people think that. Point is, they're thinking something. A lot of people want to see that fight again. So I'm trying to just stamp them out, go 2-0, you know what I mean? And then hopefully that brings the old lion, the old spider out the den here, and he wants to get some get back for his last name. That'd be nice.
That would be sick. Imagine that. Imagine getting the 2-0, and then getting the kingpin, quite literally. Because yeah, that'd be nuts. Honestly, it blows my mind to this day that he is still fighting. Like,
No, it's insane. It's
yeah,
absolutely insane.
bonkers, absolutely bonkers. But yeah, that's that. That's a wrap. I have no other questions, my brother. I do appreciate your time very much. Thank you
Hey
very
man,
much.
thank you for having me on, for real.
No, 100, bro. And eventually, I'll get you back on again. That's what I've
Where are
said
you
to,
at
like,
in the UK?
I'm by London. I'm about 20 minutes away from, not 20 minutes, an hour away from London. So,
All right.
yeah, man, like not too far from.
I want to get out there one day, man, just to see what's up.
Have you never been?
No. But
No.
I talked to some people that are in the UK and around the UK, and they stream and they do different things online. So it's like, maybe early 2027, late 2026, I'll be out there. I'll do a little tour, little stream tour.
No, I hear it. Just make sure you don't have any jewelry on. I know you can fight, but over here they're nuts.
Yeah, man. I hear a lot about that. What do you think that is? Like, why do you think that is? Like,
I
I don't.
generally I think it's they're not making like, you get like Idris Elba coming out, obviously a massive celebrity, and he's like, please, no knife violence, because obviously we don't have guns over here. Obviously there are guns, but
Do
it's
you
illegal.
think that's the reason though that you don't have guns? Like, I
No,
feel because I'd be forgetting. I forget you guys don't have guns, and I'm like, well, if you had one, you kind of like defend yourself,
yeah,
But
no, I hear it. I don't know. I don't get it personally. Because I've seen like videos of like knives bigger than my thigh. You know what I mean? And I'm not small. So it's like, when you're coming out with a knife that's realistically should be cutting like a kebab for someone on a Saturday night. Like,
yeah, well,
what's
I
going
mean,
on?
like, and this is what I'm gonna say about that, and I don't want to get too deep into it, or whatever, because this is this type of podcast.
Yeah, no,
God bless United Kingdom, because the blueprint for pretty much all first world countries has come from what they started with. You know what I mean? You guys were the founders of basically, like, the modern society. So God bless the UK. They're going through what they're going through. All of this left, right, up, down, Keir Starmer, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Regardless of anything, like, the people of the United Kingdom, I know they love their country. What's going on with it is this or that. It's crazy, but God bless the average. I don't know what you call UK people over there. The
I know what you
average,
mean. I know what you mean.
you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? The average citizen, man. Just hang tight, keep your head strong, just try to improve your communities as best you can, and just try to improve yourself as best you can. People keep talking about, oh, we need to do this, oh, we need to do that, bro. What we need to do is find God and improve ourselves. Because if this change is from the inside out, it's not an outside in change. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. No, 100. Yeah, because realistically, you should be able to walk down the street with a nice watch if you've got the money for it.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
just
mean?
I keep hearing that, and I've never been there, and I'm just like, man, that's like the 10th, 15th time I've heard that.
Yeah,
Don't wear any jewelry. I'm like, bro, okay, bro, I'm gonna go over there in a sweatpants and a hoodie, like I'm chilling, bro.
yeah. No, I hear it. I hear it. But yeah, big up, man. 100%. I have all of the links. People go and check them out. If you don't already know, this is a big honor for me to get a fighter on, as I'm a massive fight fan myself. So yeah, big up to everybody. Obviously, big up to AP. And yeah, until then, we're out. Peace,
All
man.
right, brother, catch you later.